Yes!
We're back.
We're back, baby.
We're squished in here, but we're back.
We got a whole treat for you kids out there.
A little 4-piece.
We got 2 living large stickmen on. Got the Miles High Club.
Yeah, baby.
We got the Thicc Tim
Super
in
thick.
his return to the studio.
It's been a while.
Have you been there?
It's been a while.
I know, we've missed you.
I don't know if you missed me, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
I know. But I'm going to say it for everyone that's listening. We missed you.
Perfect.
It's been a minute.
Whether that's a lie or not.
That's for sure. How am I looking? Am I framed in good?
You look like shit. Dang it. Every time.
There it is.
Oh,
$5.
That's a 10-piece. That's a 10-piece right there.
Oh, did I
Tally
mess
it
up
up.
the rhythm? Uh-oh.
Tally it up.
Uh-oh.
Hey, well, I will say at least it wasn't Joe this time.
Yeah.
But it's also because he hasn't said a goddamn thing.
The first to not come.
What?
You know? You always want.
Was
you
this a
don't want
Macaque video?
You don't want to be the first to come, right?
Oh, I
Like,
see.
who's
I see what
gonna
you
do
did
it
there.
first? Who's
Okay.
gonna do it first?
Okay. Give him time.
He's over there
I'm
pinching his
trying
taint.
not to. Like, it's all right. I'm doing good. How you guys been?
I got a 5 spot saying Joe knocks over his drink with that wire before the end of the show.
Oh, easy.
That ain't happening. I'll take that bet. I'm like Shoney Altoni out here, or whatever his name is. I'll take that bet
I
all
don't know
day.
who that is.
Yeah, he just made that one up too.
Show me a Tony.
Show me a Tony. It's more like show me
And
the
the
money.
award goes to.
Show me the money out here.
Okay.
Like I don't know this guy. He's just my accountant. He's got all my passwords.
That's that piggy.
What is
bank
it?
out there.
Is it Tony Silverstein then?
You
or
guys
what?
really don't know? Tim's got to know.
Shohei?
Shohei. You guys know
Oh.
Shohei.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's say the right name.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad.
His interpreter embezzled $16 million from him. How any
Yeah,
guy can
right.
embezzle $16 million from somebody and
Yeah.
they don't notice?
Well, I guess when you're
want
signing
someone
that
to-
contract for what, 240 for 10 years or something?
700.
Yeah, and he's still playing. You know
He
who?
deferred it all. He deferred it all.
You know who I feel bad for all this
For the what? For the kickoff?
is I feel bad for Pete Rose. That guy can't even get in the Hall of Fame. That dude was the #1 gambler. Not only did he gamble and win, but he was like one of the best hitters ever. Can't get in the Hall of Fame. This guy
That
is
guy
still
was a freaking monster. dude.
Shoney's still playing baseball. Like I thought that was like you're done. Like you can't gamble. Like you're out. You gotta have suspension.
FBI found that he didn't do anything wrong.
Well, I did just see that they
Just claim I
the
can't.
dude from the
I can't
Spurs just
speak
got a
English.
lifetime ban.
Yeah,
Whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Pony.
Tony Shlomi.
Tony Shlomi the Pony.
Who
Yeah.
got banned?
Yeah, right.
It's like Romney Porter.
Yeah,
or
there you
something
go.
like that. I can't
Tony
remember his first
Tony
name.
Parker
But did they say what he actually did?
for
Like,
what?
was he betting on himself in games and missing points? Cutting?
Yeah, he was.
Whoopsie daisy.
He was. He was letting people know like minutes of who was on a minutes restriction and who was playing full, so that people could shade points.
Whoa.
That way.
Oh, so he was like
Little
that
inside
cat.
info.
He was like that Super Bowl cat that bet on himself streaking.
Oh yeah, and then he went out and streak. That guy.
I want to buy that guy a beer, dude. That guy's a fucking
Well,
genius.
right?
Vegas must be bored. Like they're just letting you gamble on anything right now. Like, hey guys, what color do you think the grass is going to be?
Well, that
at
online
this-
betting opened it up wide open, man. Now you can
Oh,
bet on
dude.
you can bet on the
Not in this state.
Not in this state. Which
What?
if our the guy not me but
VPN, not a sponsor.
one of the one of the people on our podcast is running for governor, not me, is going to allow gambling in Idaho if he wins or she. So I won't be sexist or it. Who knows? You know.
Yeah.
So I hate that. Like, so I always look at NFL football, right? And they always like win. Who's that guy? Who's quarterback for the Steelers? Bald guy. That's
What?
the announcer right now.
Roethlisberger.
Not Roethlisberger. The other guy.
Oh, you're talking
It's the
the old
only one
dude?
I know.
You're talking
Terry
Silver
Bradshaw?
Fox?
Brad Bradshaw. Like win Bradshaw's money, right?
Oh
it's,
my
it's
gosh.
a free thing. It's a free thing. You should be able to
That
put it in
guy's
your
still
phone.
alive.
Yeah, you should be able to put it in your phone, but based off area code in Idaho, it's like you're not allowed to be in this. It's gambling. It's like, oh fuck, man. So it's like,
It's 10.
there's 10 right there. I made it though.
I was smart. I put mine in before the thing even started because I knew I was
You're
going to
paying in advance?
I knew that I was going to blow. I put a retainer on that thing, man.
I made it though. I made it. What? 3 minutes?
4. But
4
good for you.
That's right. That's progress from 34
Slowly but
seconds.
surely, my friend.
I
We'll
dropped
get
the
there.
first one and they didn't even know.
But like, I was like, I get upset with that. Like, why can't I like put like there? You make an account, you put $5 in or $10. They give you $200 to play with.
well, here it's political,
It's like,
man,
what?
because the gambling is ran through the tribe.
Is it that? But like,
Uh-huh.
even when it's ran through the tribe, they still have to do fucking They still have to do.
Pay him up.
They still have to do like a lottery. Like you can't have like actual tables there. It's still lottery based. So who's running this actually? Yeah. It should be when the governor that's running on this podcast. I don't know who it's going to be. Is it you?
Well, they had tables and they had cards, and then they went to all electric.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't they? Did they not?
They did.
I thought they did. Because I thought
so they don't have to.
They had they had roulette at one point too.
Did they?
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you would want to go to all
more money
digital
because you don't have to pay because people weren't there.
The card shark.
People weren't there. It's not a big destination thing like other cities, and so people weren't there doing the card games. There's more money in electronics, man, and you don't have to pay the freaking dealers.
But dude, I'll just play solitaire on my phone. Pay myself,
right?
I'm good.
Monthly subscription.
Like, he's like, damn it, I'm really good at this. I really am.
Yeah. Will you take this? Can I fold on it? No? Okay. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I've never
playing hearts with himself, has no clue what the rules are.
Right. I've never understood like going to a casino and gambling. Is it fun? Like if you're down in Vegas with the boys, yeah, let's throw some money in, see what happens. Get a couple free drinks, bring them this way. But in our local spot or anything like that, or the little hole in the wall was a black diamond right there in the crap hole 509, whatever that is. I think it's off of Sullivan Sprague. I don't even know.
The Black Pearl, dude.
Black Pearl. There you go.
I go to Northern Quest. That's what's that.
But I mean, honestly, it's like I don't want to throw my money away. Mainly,
dude,
let's start over. I never win, so there's that.
Well, no one ever wins.
I'll just throw money away in the frickin' beer or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I did a little bit of Daddy did some craps in Atlantic City one time, dude. That was fun.
I did it down in
craps is fun.
I was up $3,000 and then lost it all plus some, so it was great. It was a great night.
I did New Orleans
what I mean.
too. That was a fun time. The thing is, like, I think white people.
No,
I think
I heard white people.
White people.
Yeah, why'd you say it like that?
White people get away from like dealers and stuff is because maybe it's more like they're more introvert and they don't know what's going on. So when you're up there playing blackjack,
it's nerve-wracking, dude.
Yeah, when you're up playing blackjack with yourself and another computer where there's like just computers playing with you, you don't feel bad hitting on 19.
That's how you got to learn.
Hit
dude.
me. It's
like saying you're gonna play Little League. It's just you're watching TV the whole time.
But like, if you
the reason they went to those machines is because no one can count cards.
Well, it's that, and like you don't have to.
Oh, that's a good point. I never thought about the anti-theft too.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
It's a good point with that, and another point where you don't have to pay a card dealer, but like there's something about being social and around people, and experiencing.
Getting that vibe, that feeling, that.
But
buzz.
dude, as a new player playing craps, man, with all the people around the table, it's freaking nerve-wracking.
Well, that's why you just watch.
I did. I watched for like 2 hours, dude. Trust me. And I asked a whole bunch of questions. Trust me.
You know what's crazy too is like one of the and stickmen. You can look this up if you want to fact check me. But one of the drugs for Alzheimer's for old people or Parkinson's disease.
Don't tell me it's roulette, dude.
Creates addiction for
gambling.
It creates an addiction for gambling. That's why you see.
That's why they roll the dice so
that's
good.
Why like you see old people.
Michael J. Fox is out there just throwing dimes.
That's why you see.
He's a hell of a dice player, dude.
That's why you see old. Like, can you imagine him jerking you off? But like,
his dexterity grip strength isn't that good though. So you're all sloppy.
Give me the Parkinson's. No, what do they call it? What's his disease that he has? Give me that
shakes.
Give me that stripper.
Parkinson's, man.
Give me that stripper. But like
stripper, is it a man?
Whatever. Whatever can shake it the best.
What Vegas are you going to, my friend?
But
we are officially off the rails.
But like one of the side effects is addiction to gambling and one of those drugs. And is that a conspiracy or
you know what else is an addiction to gambling? Low IQ boomers.
Well, yeah, stock people too. All that stock shit and all that fucking Bitcoin or whatever.
You ever walk into a
you just making shit up right now?
That's gambling too. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
you ever see your average lever thrower at the casino here, dude? Man, I walked in during COVID, man, and I seen this lady, dude, in a Scooters R Us with a fucking CO2 mask on, and then
smoking a cigarette.
and then seriously, then a fucking COVID mask on top of that, and then a cigarette sticking out the fucking top of it, man.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Living the best life.
Dude,
That's what it is.
she's gambling more on one,
You know,
one
like-
way, and she's gambling my life too.
You
with that
gotta
fucking-
imagine, like they spend like
light
probably-
up.
They probably spend like $10,000 a month just pumping air out of the casino.
Oh, dude.
Well, you can't smoke in there anymore, can you?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you still can?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's one.
There's a smoking room and a non-smoking room.
Yeah,
But the best games are in the smoking room, so you're in it, baby.
and it's night and day.
Yeah.
It's night and day. Like if you go in that non-smoking, you're like, okay, I can actually breathe. And then you go back to that Marlboro bullshit.
Oh, you hope
having
it's
ass.
Marlboro, dude.
Like,
it's
who knows what it's gonna be?
This is native spirits.
you got
be
those
weed.
top. You got those top self-roll, dude. After they fucking spend all their money at the slot machine, they're rolling them on the fucking deck.
I will say their cigar
want
bar.
one?
The cigar bar is nice though. Like there's some premium tobacco in there. You go in there,
Oh, I haven't been
just
there.
chill. Like that's kind of how like I want to address the podcast room. Like just the red light, which is supposed to be good for your eyes, help you think better. And just
We got
sit
glasses
down.
on, bud. We're good.
I know that's what because it's fucking bright in here. You know, so God, I owe like $100 right now, don't I?
I think we're past our 8 minutes.
What minute
aren't
are we on? Like,
Yeah, we're past.
oh, thank
Still
God.
gonna charge you.
Roll it back. Yeah, I don't know, man, about those casinos. You ever think Vegas would actually switch to all electric?
we? No shot.
There's
Because,
no way,
because
right?
well, because they don't. You can't do the volume either.
You
Like
need the experience.
the volume of money. I don't think that you can do the highest electronic machine I've ever seen is like $100, like for doing blackjack
Yeah.
Right.
or 21 or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But like when you're at a dealer, dude, you can do $500 a hand.
Yeah, because they
You know,
can
you can
check
do
it
$1,000
and
a
check
hand.
you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
And
thought
they
that was
require
like an art, though,
they
too,
require
right? Being
authorization.
the deckhand or
The thing,
whatever.
the thing is
yeah,
like,
well,
you know,
that's
like-
part of the experience of going to a high level casino, though, too. Like when you go on those, like, if you ever been on one of them boats,
I don't know if Circus
like-
Circus is a high fucking
yeah,
casino, though.
I'm not talking about Dave and Buster's here, dude.
Right.
No, if you go on one of them steamboats or whatever
like
through
Disneyland, bro.
Louisiana,
Right.
like it's all dealers.
yeah,
Because
that's
it's
true.
the ambiance. It's a whole experience. You know,
Right.
they don't
I
want you
can
to.
see that.
You're not gonna be fucking sitting there with
the-
your fucking Nintendo Switch, dude, playing blackjack.
The
dude.
thing
Like,
is like they
Hey, you
they
got a
have
Wi-Fi?
They have the,
Can I get the password
they
to
have
Wi-Fi,
same,
please?
They have the same fucking 4 games like blackjack, craps, roulette. Nobody wants to play that shit. Like if Northern Quest opened up pickleball courts, and you
Nobody
can-
wants to play
and
that
you can
shit.
get in there, $10 a game. I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go. Just do
Trillion
your,
dollar
Would be,
industry.
that would
do
be
your
fun.
do your skill, or like home run contest. Have a batting cage. Go in there. If you can hit like 10 home runs out of 15,
dude, I'm thinking about
you win
opening
money.
a
Shit like that. That would be badass. Like
pickleball, indoor pickleball, man.
You are.
I'm telling you what, dude, they got a new one out.
Yeah, because all them
out in the
court-
Comptons.
All them courts are always full everywhere, dude.
Yeah, you just got to know the spots. Huh?
Well, we thought about buying like a big semi storage warehouse facility, like
Uh-huh.
where they build these big, sorry, stickmen, where they build these big storage facilities, and then you buy them out and you can make it into like a mom and pop like where you repair your vehicles. We thought about buying one of those, maybe making like a custom pickleball thing where you come in and have tournaments. There'll be like a bar, blah blah blah, or turn it into an airsoft, because I hear
Yeah, that's
airsoft is
the-
getting like the
That's big
guns
too.
like the guns for airsoft are like just as expensive as real guns.
Mine was like $700, dude.
You have one?
Yeah. It's real metal too, dude. If you look at it, I'll show you a photo of it later. But if you look at it and pick it up, I've handed it to people before that even shoot guns. And they go like, "This thing's freaking dope, dude." And then they look at it, they're like, "Oh, what the hell? What brand is it?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's my airsoft gun."
It's my sour cigs,
No,
baby.
I think
Yeah.
I think that would be badass to have something like that. Like in
Oh, it's
like,
fun,
in
dude.
airsoft.
We did there's a course over in Spokane, actually near the casino, dude. And like they have like a downed helicopter where it's like an actual helicopter body.
Oh, shit, and you got to go rescue the body.
And you got to do capture the flag on there and shit. And
That'd
like
be
they
badass.
got trenches, they got watchtowers.
They playing paintball
is
there too.
Ridley Scott
Huh?
out here filming this shit, like this Black Hawk Down. Like,
Oh,
let's
it's
go.
legit, dude. It's cool, man.
Dude, some of those videos with
Yeah.
those snipers, and they like you can see like the airsoft going through. The
Everybody
air.
wants to be that guy, but that shit is actually real hard. Actually,
I bet, like wearing that ghillie all day.
well, dude, and those rounds they spin. It's like you ever
They
see the
go
video?
up,
You ever
yeah.
see the video of the guy spinning the basketball like from like off a dam? You ever see that video? And he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
trying to make it in the hoop down below, and
'Cause
the,
it
and
spins.
and the fucking thing. Well, it's spinning. I forget. Your brother would know what the physics principle is. but-
Bernoulli or some shit.
Yeah, Bernoulli or Bertoli or whatever the fuck Italian.
some
Give me my
shit.
noodles.
Some Italian guy. But yeah, the backspin on it actually carries the
Yeah.
ball. Well, it's the same principle with the BB at high speed.
Yeah, you can see it rising because it puts backspin on it. But can you modify your barrel to make it? So
You don't modify the barrel where the bolt latch is. You could actually use a tool to turn it, and it changes.
Called a screwdriver.
That's badass. Why do you gotta ruin everything? Jesus.
You know, some asshole.
that tool that's got like a weird
actually-
handle thing, and it's got
technically-
pointy on it, like a little
Hey,
point in the front.
Hey, technically, a fucking screwdriver could have all kinds of bits on it, right?
This guy, his family's Spanish
I
descent.
mean, now you're talking about a multi-tool.
They showed up, his
Tony Stark.
His ancestors showed up in Costa Rica, saw the Great Pyramids up there, and were like, "Hey, you, hand me the Phillips head over there." And the Indian dude was looking at him like, "Huh? The fucking screwdriver. Hey, hand me that shit." It's like, okay, we get it, bro. Like,
Got to learn somehow, right?
What the fuck story was that?
Yeah, but yeah, you can adjust the thing with a driver of some sort, maybe a screw, maybe something else. I don't know. But
I was trying
Let's back up. He's just out back looking at the pyramids.
I was trying to do a point where like you have like he's showing up and you see all this like the shit like these people built, like they know what they're doing, and then he's trying to tell them like, oh yeah, it's a screwdriver, like
In the Dominican.
like they don't know how they don't know what
DR.
they don't know what
Yeah.
a screwdriver is.
Huge pyramids
They
in
just
the
never
Dominican,
had
dude.
it called a screwdriver before. We call it the fucking roundy thing that turns.
Well,
shit.
we know where the smarts went to. Where's Jared?
This is not a highbrow podcast.
You want to tell these fine folks?
How was your week?
Don't you even start with that yet. What these little bad boys are?
These are-
we're
These
getting
little,
on that. We're getting on
these
that
little
now.
hot tickets.
Yeah, man, these are a buddy of mine came back from
The DR?
Cincinnati, dude, with these little delights. He goes, "Hey man, you want a toothpick?" And I said, "What's on it?" Immediately.
It's laced.
Yeah, I was like, "What's on it?" Because when someone offers you a fucking toothpick after 1955, right?
Nah, you got something in your
You
teeth.
know-
Exactly. You could just lead with malt. You get that chorizo out of your tooth.
Yeah.
I didn't have a salad today, so what's on it?
So
bitch?
he goes, "Oh yeah, they're loaded up with something." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not, and I got work later, dude. Am I gonna be falling asleep or hitting the buffet after this or what?" And no, he's like, "No, there's nicotine on there, dude, and they're dipped in whiskey."
Perfect.
Yeah,
Dude, they're a fine little delight, my friend.
And you've been sucking on it like it owes you money.
dude, I'm about to pay it.
I owe it money.
I was gonna say I'm about to pay it some money, dude.
These things are great.
Why didn't we think of that shit? Just dip it.
Well, the best thing was I quit drinking, and so they're whiskey flavored. So it was like, oh, if you get that little bit of a little craving in you, that little demon, you can pop one of these babies in, and you get a buzz going the other way.
Just smell it. Like, yeah, I got it.
I like it.
Knock that off.
How was your week?
You guys said this was some sort of a joke.
No, it's not a joke.
Oh.
We just can't ask him about his week because
Oh.
it's an hour and a half of we didn't hear about his week at all. And we talked about fucking pimples.
Yeah, he's the ghost from Christmas Past, where he's like 400 years ago.
It all started, and I'm like, okay, what's stuff to do with your week? He's like, oh,
Yeah,
well, yeah.
my
So what I
fifth
meant to
removed-
say, and then
Yeah.
we start getting into it. I'm like, dude, it's time to cut the
My
cast.
fifth
I
removed
got
fucking
stories.
grandfather did this one thing before I was born 150 years ago.
He'll start
I
talking about
got
pyramids in the
stories.
DR again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My week was great. Let's see. I bought a new business.
Did you know?
Yeah. I think I told you a little bit about it maybe. I'm full blown Carney now. Yeah.
Straight into it, huh?
Straight into it, man. So having
You're gonna
having
start
to
drinking now.
having to take a step back from my current job of 10 years and pursue something new, man. So
Are you gonna keep doing what you're doing? Like for
a little bit. I'll do more of the business management stuff and consulting and stuff like I have been, but cutting out a lot of the in shop
the
required
internal stuff.
Well, yeah, just the required time to be in the shop. I have to be flexible. I have to be able to basically travel, and especially between these fairs and things like that are like between June, really between June and September. So I've been working on that. So this week
You
was
want to throw it out and shout it out, or you want to keep
the business.
Yeah,
No one's gonna come out to my business, dude.
I'll come.
I've had my eyes on this business for about 8 or 9 years, but it's a lemonade stand, dude.
Okay.
And you're going like, what the fuck are you thinking? It's lemonade, dude. Now this guy has had this business for 30 years. And I'm telling you what, when you're at these fucking fairs, dude, and the weather is absolutely shit-tastic, and you're fucking selling nothing. This guy's got a line 8 people fucking deep from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And when you look at his fucking menu of drinks and you see that the minimum cost of the drink is $5 and you see that line all day and you go, I made this thing with my hands and it took me 8 fucking hours.
Right.
And I'm charging $35 for it. Not really. But a piece of my soul's in this fucking thing.
Right.
And you
Blood,
can't
sweat, and tears.
and you can't talk someone into buying a lifetime piece of art product that's
Unless a
usable every
mastiff
day.
gets to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't talk someone into that.
Yeah.
But homeboy across the way is slinging $11 lemonades to these same people all day that they'll drink that fucker in 6 minutes
And probably go get another.
and get another one, or their whole family wants one and they drop $50. And I'm going like, I'm in the wrong fucking business, dude. I'm in the wrong business. So I told him, I gave him my card and I said, hey, if you ever get out of this business, because the only way you get into doing a circuit like this
buying up, yeah.
is someone
You
has
can't
to
just start up your own?
No, because he already has a monopoly on it. Because the people that are there have the first right to come back, and they don't allow multiple of the same thing.
Are you talking about the spot placement of the stand itself? Or are you talking about the business
that
itself?
and the business?
Really?
Yeah. So someone has to retire or sell their business or die. And so this guy's been doing it for 30 fucking years. He's been the only person that does it in multiple locations. And I gave him my card like 9 years ago. And I said, hey, if you ever sell this business. Well, he had an unrelated, how do I word this right without getting kicked off the fucking air?
It's our podcast.
He had a stroke that happened within 30 days of a certain medical experiment in 2020. I'll say that. And it was unrelated, though. Perfectly healthy guy.
COVID!
Perfectly healthy. But he had a stroke, unfortunately. And, he was like, yeah, I got to sell the business. I can't. My health is declining. And
Those lemons will cause strokes, bro.
yeah, dude, too much lemonade.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Cancerous.
that's the big thing. So this last week I had to go to the bank and fucking, set all that stuff up and add that to the thing and then talk about my position at work and with all the other guys and whatever else. But yeah, that was my week in a nutshell. A bunch of busy work.
Okay.
But I'm very excited because this year we'll start.
So how's that, since it's only Fairlife, how's that work through like the winter?
Doesn't have to.
Mathematics.
Drink your own product and
you make your nut.
Yeah.
Mathematics, like he's saying.
Yeah, that's the thing is it's
Obviously.
it's 13-hour days.
Why would you ask a stupid question then?
It's 13
Why
hour
do you
days.
gotta fucking give a stupid answer?
Why do you gotta?
Jeez. For the listeners, Joe.
To answer your question too, though, I have my hand in a whole bunch of.
We don't have stupid listeners.
So
Really? You want to talk about who we were talking about, Train Man over here, and then you set it up wrong last week?
They're not stupid listeners.
I don't know why I went off and said Choo Choo Man, but
Who
was it?
Who
was it?
I'll come back to this.
No, go ahead and shout him out now.
It's Fat Stew.
Fat Stew TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check him out.
Yeah. So give him his proper shout out.
Where
has he been?
I don't know. He needs to
He's
get on
creeping
here.
in our comments is what he's
That's
doing.
what he's doing. Borderlands sucks.
He's always
Sucks dick.
He's always dude. The last one was bad.
Borderlands? They're all bad.
Yeah, the fucking evil people were YouTube streamers. That's the bad guys you put in the game.
Is that what they are? Like
Yeah.
ninja and shit?
Really reaching out on the story.
It was a
line.
male and it was a male and female streamer, dude. Was the bad guy.
They're
Who's
making,
knocking at the fucking door?
They're making a movie. And Kevin Hart's in it, so I'm not watching it.
Oh yeah, fucking pass.
Yeah, pass that shit. But going back to like the Carney thing, I remember back in the day, you and I almost bought a fucking salad on a stick business for $2 million.
Yeah.
And I was like looking at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is salad on a stick?
Mm-hmm.
This
has been a dream for a long time. Well,
I would love to do salad on a stick.
Well, you and I were talking about doing a food truck too for a long time.
Yeah, salad on a stick, food truck, and hop water. That's it.
Yeah, right.
Hop water and salad on a stick.
Yeah, that sounds dope. Yeah, no, there's the fair game can be equitable, profitable.
Well, people are there.
Whatever.
It's like a casino. They have cash in their pocket.
Oh,
they're
dude,
there to
and
spend money.
They're there to fucking spend money.
They might buy a piece of art, but they're gonna buy a fucking drink.
Oh, it's stupid, man. So we got henna, face paint. We got the automotive decals now, and lemonade. So we're full blown fucking Carnies, man. When we roll up now,
I love it.
Now we got trailers with 4 businesses.
That's awesome.
Full blown Carney,
you need to
dude.
get yourself a Ram to pull all that shit. You know what I mean?
No, I got the turbo diesel outside, dude. I'm good.
Yeah, I saw that. You don't
set.
want no Toyota.
No.
That's for sure. Nah, fuck Toyotas.
I
sold yours.
I love my Toyota, but
You sold your Toyota. Thank
I
God.
wish I could get gifted a truck for my dad, and then I could have 2 trucks just sitting.
Wouldn't that
out
be
here.
fucking great,
It'd be
dude?
fucking amazing.
I'm not gifted anything. I gotta
shut
pay for the
up.
fucking payment.
Whatever.
So what happens is I pay my truck off like a responsible adult,
Mine's paid off. Has
and
been
then
for
I
years.
get another truck. Hey, you want to take over your dad's? He just bought a $80,000 Suburban. I'm like, sure, it's very spacious, and ooh, this is nice. Oh, it's got heat warmers. Yeah, this is fucking nice. I see how they wheel and
yeah,
deal
that
you in
Gooch Warmer 5000 is awesome during the winter, dude.
Yeah, I just need the whore to come out from under the seat and suck my nut every now.
Oh,
I realize that the cameras are probably picking up the side of my head the whole time because I'm fucking talking at you guys.
It
But
depends on how he's flipping sticks. You gotta have faith in the stickman that he knows to get your good side.
well, the camera's not gonna get a different fucking angle.
it might be. You can look that way. Done.
Oh, that looks like shit.
Oh,
Stay,
yeah.
Hey.
stay where you were.
All we're gonna do is just clip it so you're looking that way the whole time now.
Which so my thing is I've been on that shit since you mentioned that business like years ago. We're talking like 11 years ago. Like
Yeah,
whenever like we started hanging out and shit, and I was like,
just getting fucking
my
throwed off.
My thing was like,
Coming up with
my
ideas.
thing was to make a fucking not a salad on a stick, but make the crouton the stick. Like figure out how to make a crouton stick, and I'll be like, dude, this guy was selling his business back in 2011 for $2 million and showed.
Who was that? I can't even remember. That.
I don't remember. It's some guy out in Ohio or whatever that we looked at, and like he showed his profits. Like, there's no fucking way like you're buying salad. It's salad
Dude, I'm telling you,
on a stick. It's like 4 pieces of chicken, 4 pieces of lettuce, and 2 tomatoes, and you're selling it for $25, and people fucking
Dude,
buy
it's
it. Like,
cra-
I love that shit. Give it to me. Ah.
we have another friend that does those
Dick on a stick.
He does those French fry baskets. You know, you go and you get the whole fucking.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole basket, deep fryer basket full of French fries on a fucking plate. And he does. I mean, we're talking potatoes, right? So it's like the cost is like maybe $1.
Dude, we should sign up in podcasts and just have people sit down.
And this guy does French fries, and that's all he does, right? He's got salt and those little squeezable cheddar cheese things, you know, the fake cheddar cheese nacho shits.
They're like, you got ketchup? Yeah, it's $50 from the ketchup guy.
It's $4 or something
Yeah, his
extra.
name's Miles. He's over there.
It's $4
Next to
extra
the lemonade stand.
for the fucking cheese, dude.
Well, I've never
But this guy squeezes out $200,000
in
a
like
summer
3 months. Yeah.
selling potatoes.
Well, dude, we looked at.
My dad squeezes out $60,000 in 3 months just doing bikes. Like he does very minimal. Like, dude,
Your dad still owes me a bike, dude. Where the fuck is he
Like,
at?
that's the thing. Is like
Does it come with the training wheels,
being
too?
self-employed.
Yeah,
like,
he probably still has
figuring
the
it
training
out.
wheels on as long as he's had my fucking bike, dude.
It's like I used to sell
Streamers.
I used to sell creepy crawlers when I was a kid, and I was like, my net revenue selling creepy crawlers as a kid was higher
there's your
than it
bikes right
is to
there.
this day.
there there it is, dude. Fuck yeah.
Like, yeah, being self-employed and finding that right niche and knowing that like a lemonade stand like
Yeah.
can make money, and you're like, that's the stupidest thing. Like, people would be like, that's dumb. I would never do that. Like,
Yeah, everyone
but
I've
it's like,
told has been like, "Oh, lemonade." You know, like, okay, don't get it fucked up. When I was 6, I wanted to be Batman, dude. You know, I didn't want to fucking have a lemonade stand. But
Yeah.
but as I got older, I've always been an entrepreneur. I mean, as you guys have known me most of my life.
Yeah, you have a lot of businesses.
Yeah, and you know, it just was one of those things where I've always wanted to do food in some capacity.
You're good at it.
Have a passion for food, and obviously, and then I got a passion for money too. You know, fuck. So
Well, that's where I was going to
Dudes
say.
from Jerusalem,
My buddy
know what I'm
Hone
saying?
and I were thinking about opening a food truck called
can't
Suds
cook
and
shit.
Suds and Spuds, and all it was potatoes dressed up, baked
Dude, those-
potatoes, and
those
any
are
which
big.
way. Like
Those are big right now.
Cheddar cheese.
Those are big right
maybe
now.
a pepperoni potato, a mac and cheese potato, and then you got beer getting sold too.
there's
But
a
this was like 10 years ago. We were
That'd
looking
be
at it.
awesome.
There was
Yeah.
nothing around, dude.
but that shit was big in Europe, and I didn't realize that. There's a cat.
Williams.
Yeah, cat. Only one of us is wearing $10 of jewelry, bitch, and it ain't me. That's my cat.
Don't
line.
play it again.
Sir. I said, don't play it again.
You could be a librarian. That shit come on. Every day I'm hustling.
But apparently in the UK, they call it a jacket potato. It's just a fucking baked potato cut in half.
Yeah.
And then you put your toppings on it.
Yeah.
But there's this cat like Spud Army or something like that, or Spud Man
Spud Army.
on TikTok, dude. And this guy's had a Spud trailer for like 16 years, but TikTok took it to the whole fucking next level. This guy's selling
Chinese people.
This guy, get this shit.
What?
This guy's selling 1,200 plus potatoes a day.
Jesus, that famine's gonna hit.
He bought a
Right?
He bought a
Good thing they're not in Ireland.
He bought a $40,000 trailer to expand with more ovens in it to compensate for the lines that he has. He outgrew that in a month. Selling over 1,200 potatoes, and they start at like $4 each. So do the fucking math on that.
I want to backtrack. So like you were saying, like, so you have these cool ideas, like you can do this and go to a fair, but like, how hard is it to get that lot at a fair though? Like you were saying, you're just not going to come and be the new lemonade guy when there's another lemonade guy. Like, is it really that grueling?
They're fucking squaring off in the parking lot.
Do they take you out?
So the shop you got there.
Do they take you out to the swamp and fucking cut your kneecaps? Like, do people die over this shit?
Well, sometimes there's a little bit of
gold money in that bitch.
Well, so there's a lot of politics to it. So food actually pays for all of these fairs. Most people don't realize that. So the food vendors that put something up for sale, they pay a commission to the fairgrounds. And they're the highest grossing, maybe besides the carnival.
Yeah,
I don't really know carnival.
Nobody's going to buy art, but yeah, everybody's got to want food.
So the food vendors will oftentimes pay a commission plus a booth space or just a commission. But the commissions are high. They can be 15, 20, 25%. So when you go in, you just know you're paying that much off the top.
How much is the average booth space? Or like for a good spot?
It really depends. $400 to $1,000 usually.
Jesus.
And then 20% commission on top of that.
$1,000's up front. Do they organize it like, okay, if you're an art dealer, if you're an art dealer, you get to bid on these spots. If you're a food guy, you get to bid on these spots.
You don't bid. You apply, and then they usually assign you a spot at most shows. Sometimes they'll let you kind of pick a little bit, but with food, it's a little bit different because you have to have access to water and power. And then your trailer size too.
Porta potties. That guy's got to be making bank.
Oh, they always make bank. But so
shit pays.
So what happens is those food booths pay basically for the event to happen for the most part, because you're talking tens of thousands of dollars per food booth usually is what they're paying to the fairgrounds to be there.
Jesus.
And so with that, they go, oh, well, we know this guy makes this much money and has paid this much commission this year. And so they give, out of respect, they give them first rights, right? So next year when they apply, unless something really egregious happened the year before, they let you come back because they know how much money you're going to generate. Now, if you don't generate that much money for them, let's say you bring the salad bar thing and everyone there fucking doesn't like salad, then they're going to go.
It's like a fly in Louisiana.
They're going to go like
you ass in the back.
We only gave you guys only gave us $2,000 or whatever.
That makes sense. Like they put all the
and so they're like, well, maybe salad just isn't it, here, and then they'll let someone else in. But
salad
so
hop route.
What happens too is you have to state everything that you sell. So I couldn't sell soda and lemonade because there's already soda vendors. Or I couldn't sell like pretzels out of there or something because there's going to be a pretzel vendor there. So the people that try to sneak shit in, so like some of the burger places sometimes will try to sell lemonade on the side too because people love lemonade at fairs. And you have to shut that shit down.
You go over there with the sledgehammer. Like, hey.
You got a crew of
you go over there with
goons coming up. Like, hey!
You go over there with Tony.
Strawberry lemonade?
Yeah, you go over there with Tony Tightlips.
So.
You go over there with Tony Tightlips and the gang, dude. And you go over there and you say, hey, this is a one fucking lemonade.
Warriors.
Yeah.
Come out and play. Yeah, exactly.
So so a little bit of that happens, and I'm not afraid to talk to somebody either. You know what I mean?
Because, I would love to see a fucking full-on brawl over lemonade, dude.
Yeah,
dude, check this shit out. Hey, They're getting after it.
Hey, I watched two.
I'll buy his any day.
The craziest one I fucking saw, dude. This is real. This was in fucking Maple Valley, Washington, just outside of Kent.
Oh, here we go.
And it's a fucking, you have to get there early because the parade comes and then you can't get in for like 3 hours. So the vendors have to get there 4 hours before you open. So the parade, whatever. So there's this thing in Washington State where 2 or 3 businesses got the rights to be able to give out free light bulbs. And the reason why they were giving out free light bulbs was because So this shit runs deep. So they were giving out free light bulbs because they want to save on electricity. but it somehow locked these people in to do business with these electrical companies somehow.
Okay.
And so I watched these two full-grown ass adults, and now mind you, they're not getting anything. They're just there. Okay, it's not like they're vending their fucking goods of some sort. They're not vending their paintings or something, right? So I watched these two full-grown adults, 4 or 5 booths apart, start to cuss at each other because they're talking shit about each other's multi-billion-dollar electrical companies. These two knuckleheads, these two fucking mouth breathers making $20 an hour, right, to be at this fair to fucking stand there.
Right, where the owner of the company's out there on a yacht somewhere being
he's out there getting topped off in a fucking
probably by their
ocean
moms
somewhere.
and their girlfriends.
Yeah.
Right.
With someone's fucking daughter, right? So these two full-grown ass men literally get in a fist fight from talking shit about each other's electrical companies that they work at. That's how cutthroat this shit
I would have been over there with you, been like, "Hey man, once you get your ass kicked, I got some nice cold lemonade. If you want to come suck on this real quick,
Well,
it'll help with the swelling."
I was there with my other kids, and I actually
beat him with this.
They got in a verbal altercation a couple times too, and I had to walk over there and tell them because I would have people in my booth kind of checking shit out, and I was between them, and they would start yelling at each other. What would happen is I would be sitting there trying to explain my goods to people, and trying to actually sell them on one of my products, but then they would start yelling at each other, and then everybody in the whole fucking place turns and starts,
right?
What's going on? All of a sudden, it's Housewives. Fucking New Jersey out
Rubber
in front of my booth.
motherfucker out
Yeah.
there.
What's going on?
So I had to go over to one of the guys that kept instigating it, and I said, "Hey man, this is like a family thing here, and you guys are calling each other, all kinds of fucking names and whatever else. Is like, you guys need to cool it or whatever." And then the guy tries to get in my face a little bit or whatever, and it's like, okay, well, you're gonna fight me now because I'm telling you to fucking calm down, okay? I mean, that's the route you want to go, I guess. But
Are you holding a hammer?
yeah, yeah. Well, now mind you, this guy could have doubled as fucking Santa Claus during Christmas time. This guy was probably fucking 60 years old, short, rotund guy, all gray. The most action he's seen, dude, is cutting a steak with a butter knife. That's the most fucking strength workout he's done in a fucking minute. And he's trying to talk shit, But anyways, yeah. So people get into it. I've seen people like, also mind you, the people that work at these fucking things. The people that work at these things, usually, you could say probably 80% of the time, they're going to be on some sort of hardcore drug.
I like it.
They're going to be missing teeth.
Perfect.
They're going to be, it's the stereotype.
Nothing to lose.
They got nothing to lose, baby. They're just trying to get that next.
They fucking pop out of the hole for 3 months, try to make some quan, and then go back into the hole.
Jesus.
When you go to one of these fairs that's like multiple days, and you stay in the RV park because you're there too, and so you stay in the RV park. You can tell
fucking and yelling.
You can see who the real players are. They got their nice $120,000, $150,000 RVs and shit, and then you see the homeless tents.
The tents, yeah, exactly.
And you're not sure if they just came from Portland.
Well, you
off
probably
the side
see
of the highway.
You probably see in that tent there's a hole there, and it says "Enter at your own cost."
Yeah.
And you're like, well, fuck it. He's got to make a couple bucks.
Is this a glory hole?
Right?
Yeah.
Man or woman, you don't know.
You see some shit, dude. I mean,
But if you feel the lemonade on the tip of your dick, you'll know.
So
Are you gonna do like different styles of lemonade, or just gonna do straight lemonade?
So the business came.
Put some mint in it and
Nah, fuck all that. The whole idea is as fast as you can put them out. So the thing is that the demand exceeds any necessity to do any significant changes.
So
there already
just
is a
come.
fucking line. You don't need more people per se.
Perfect.
And that's a really weird situation to be in. So the game is actually how fast can you put them out. And so the processes have been refined to a point to where, yeah, you're trying to sling them every 30 seconds. You want to drink out the door. Next
thing you should buy is the ice truck, the ice business.
Well, that's a whole fucking thing, right? So it's $5,000. It's $5,000 to $5,500 in ice set costs per year for this business.
I bet.
Just an ice. Yeah, it's insane.
For 3 months though, like we gotta.
For
math.
three.
It's not
for
12
3
months, people. It's 3 divided by 5,500.
You just make your own.
Not 12.
Well, that's the thing is the guy.
You have to buy the ice, right?
The
ice guy.
Well,
No, make your own.
the fair will sell it
Come
to
over
you.
with the sledgehammer.
Science,
Beat
dude.
your ass up.
The fair will sell it to you for $6, $7 a bag, which
Get outta
which is
here.
insane,
Yeah.
folks. So we go to Costco.
It's frozen water.
Yeah, you go to
It's naturally cold. What the fuck?
What is this, a fucking iceberg from Antarctica? What the fuck is this?
Does Thicc the
The
Titanic?
Sony's costing you $20 there
Is
too.
Leo's tears on this fucking ice?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
So we go to
I'd buy
Costco.
that.
You go to Costco, $2.50 a bag. They load the shit for you if you spend enough money with them.
Oh, definitely.
So I just call them up. I say, Daddy's rolling through. We need fucking 500 pounds. And then you just back that fucking, that bitch right up to the loading bay.
Full on, we're like, well, what are you using to fucking hold all the ice? It's not just like a refrigerated cavern.
That's the
right?
trick, dude.
Or you got fucking.
Now you're getting into all the
secrets,
nitty-gritties.
son.
He's got a fucking
a couple Eskimos in there
old-
just
he's-
shaving ice down.
No,
They're like, we
I
got
know
you,
you're
buddy.
doing. I know what you're doing. He's got a fucking old ass AC. He makes it a kegerator in there. You just put the ice in the AC in the trailer. You cut
It's
out
not
the
even that
window.
complicated.
Keep it at
So-
55 degrees.
Yeah, how do you keep it cold?
Well, so the
let me
game-
just tell you, boys.
I put
the
ice
game-
on ice.
The game is that you
I ice my ice.
well,
that's my top. I want that bottom bitch ice, baby.
So-
That's
so
what I
the
want.
stand-
I want that good shit.
the stand is a fucking actual lemon. It's shaped like a lemon. Okay,
Oh, so it's an ice bowl.
so
I thought it was like Charlie and the Lemon Factory going on.
It
right now
is.
or some shit.
it is.
What's
So I have to tow a fucking trailer with this gigantic fucking lemon on it, right?
Getting honked at.
And then I have to
This
tow,
fucking douche.
and then I have to tow freezers and refrigerators and fucking everything else. And then I gotta right. So I can't tow 2 trailers. I have to have 1 trailer with the
You can
business
pull
on
doubles. Why not?
What are you pulling it
it.
with?
Fuck out of here, dude.
What are you pulling it with, first of all, again?
I'm pulling with a fucking truck outside.
Yeah, what is it? Not a Toyota.
It's that Chevy.
what is
it's that Chevy
I'm sorry.
Duramax, baby.
What is your what's your dad's truck again?
It's Chevy.
Okay, what's your truck?
A Ram.
Oh, so you do have 2, and you're still in your dad's truck, right?
How am I stealing it if I'm paying for it?
You're not paying for it.
I am paying for it.
Right now?
I just talked to you about it.
You
like,
wrote him a check.
Jesus Christ, this guy can't take an insult about his little Toyota.
My little Toyota will kick that Ram's ass.
That's
No,
not
no
true.
shit.
No fucking.
Oh,
Oh,
fucking
that
day.
Toyota will go 500K easy, dude, and that Ram's gonna be Dunions, dude.
Oh, you mean longevity?
Yeah,
Doubt it. But
you're
and-
smoking some shit,
I don't
dude.
know. I think
He's on some shit, folks.
the Ram.
Give him a lemon.
that paint's gonna peel, guarantee you,
Uh,
very soon.
well,
Transmission's gonna go next.
no, I think that's why it's affordable. They just made an affordable truck. They're just like everybody.
It's not even
needs a truck.
affordable. It's 70 it's
Backpedal.
$70,000 truck still.
No, that one out there is 20 grand, 25,000. A
Not
Toyota.
new.
A
Yeah, when
Toyota.
you
had-
bought it
new.
brand new, like 15
Yeah.
years ago.
no, I
Yeah,
bought it.
30
I did
32
buy it.
years
I
ago.
did buy it brand new in 2018. I bought it in 2019.
It was not 20 grand.
It's a 2018. I bought it for 25,000. Yeah,
It was not
during
brand new.
COVID.
Used, I'm sure.
No shot.
It was used for.
There you go.
It was
There-
used
there it
for.
is.
It was used for 10,000 miles, and that's why I got full warranty on it.
Shit,
Because
dude. I
if
bought
it's-
mine in.
If it's under 30,000 miles, you can get full warranty.
So
on
you got
used trucks.
15,000 more before it blows up on itself.
Dude, I bought mine for 19 and it was 52. There's no
Yeah.
way that you bought that thing in 18 for 25,000 with 10,000 miles on it.
I don't think you can buy one with
I-
100,000
I
miles
can
on it
show
for
it
that
to
much.
you. Yeah,
Holy
I got the fucking thing. Yeah, just paid it off.
Oh,
Well,
I
if it
forgot.
makes you feel
Just
any
paid it off
better, then
last
that
month.
means I got raped because I bought
Yeah.
mine's a 14. I bought it in 17.
Well, you're buying
It had
you're
70,000
buying-
miles
you're-
on it, and I paid
Well,
35,000.
you're honestly well.
That's
first-
even cheap,
first
though,
of all,
honestly.
let's be fair. First
This
of
is
all,
before COVID and
I bought
The inflation.
for Biden.
I bought the stock.
Oh,
edition.
it had a salvage title.
It did, no, I bought. I just bought the stock edition where I don't have like the extended doors. I don't have like heated seats and shit like that. I don't have leather seats. I didn't buy a big horn or the other.
They're selling
other stuff like
1998
that.
Broncos for that much money.
Well, I'm just saying. Yeah, I could put. I'm gonna list it. Like I have to sell it. I'm gonna list it for 25,000. I guarantee you. I
They
could
make
get
some money
20
on that for sure. But yeah,
easily.
uh,
That's what
I would
paid
own
for
a-
it.
I would own a
25
Toyota.
grand, 2018 Ram. That's what I paid for it. $25,000.
to buy a comparable Toyota to what I got would have been over $100,000.
It's because it's a Toyota. You're buying the name.
It's a great truck.
I mean, if you want to style around, not
My
do shit.
2006 Toyota, my 2006 Toyota never had a single fucking problem. I was so sad to get rid of it. I put 120,000 miles on it. Didn't need nothing but lube. That's it.
I think the Rams follow that motto. Like they're
I wish we
trying-
had an active comments section just to
They're just-
fucking destroy that idea.
They're just I don't understand that idea. Like how you prove a truck is better than a better like another truck.
You don't. All trucks
no,
are the
you-
fucking same.
like,
the only difference is,
you can because
more than likely
people
Toyotas are
report
going to last a little bit longer.
people report what their experiences are with
Like,
vehicles, and they
the
do.
Ram CEO, the Toyota CEO, the Ford CEO, and the Chevy CEO
Well,
are
you
all
can't
going to the
understand the
same.
Toyota one.
They're all going to the same party and laughing at us like they fucking think like blah, 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 like it actually matters.
Have you ever
Like,
watched like those?
they don't know what the fuck
those
they're talking
high end mechanics. You watch their reviews. They go top 5 vehicles not to buy. Right? You ever see any of those?
No,
And then they go don't buy it because it has injector problem. You know, between this year have a fucking whatever the fuck.
The 604.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
didn't say that. I could say I'm a top 5 mechanic in the world. Nobody knows that. Like the credentials online though, like
What do they call this when someone just reduces the fucking
Gaslighting?
conversation? Yeah, reduces the conversation
I'm just
to
gonna put my
fucking
stick in.
hypotheticals.
well, I'm just saying like I'm just curious like how do you prove
Just
One
like you do anything else
one truck is
from
better than
experience.
another.
From experience.
They fact check shit, Joe.
Yeah.
Unlike us.
Yeah.
We
All
just-
you
we
have to
just
do,
ride with
all
it,
you have to
baby.
I
do,
would
all you have to
say-
do
We've
is
I
go
would
said
to.
on this podcast numerous times. We
I
don't
would
fact
say
check the
like
fucking thing.
that's probably true too. But I would say like
Data
I
is
would
how they
put-
tell.
I would put the Ram as being the number 1 truck over other trucks, just based
Number one how?
on data. Just
What data are you
What
looking
data?
at?
the data online. Like
Number one how?
I'm betting right now. If you guys were to take a bet, the number 1 truck for the past 10 years,
The number one how?
I'm betting Ram. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how they rate it. I'm just saying,
No. What is it number 1 in?
just being the best truck out of all trucks.
The best rated truck, just period.
Yeah, the best overall
I think
truck.
it's been Ford for the last like 15
Yeah,
years.
44 years, something like that.
Yeah, but what are you getting that
I think
from?
the
You're
Ford F-150
We're
outsells
looking
every
at the
other
same
truck
data that you're looking at.
So I'm gambling on the Ram. He's gambling on the Ford. It's a gamble. Like that's what.
No,
we
I
don't
think
know.
it is Ford.
We don't know what the statistics are unless you actually know. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, when I bought my truck, I did a lot of research. Yeah.
I understand that. Like I'm
Yeah.
not knocking on the Toyota. I'm just saying like
Yeah,
what.
you are.
He literally
That's exactly what you're fucking starting this conversation
Wait a
with.
second. He's been doing it before the fucking thing before the
my God.
podcast even started. This guy
I'm
was
just trying to
talking
figure
shit.
out like where does that come from? Like why is one truck better?
We're
than
trying to
another?
wonder the exact same thing that's coming out of your mouth.
Like why? Like
Those gnomes.
Where is it coming from?
So
like, if you're
people that work on vehicles for decades, okay, they'll tell you certain things like, yeah, don't buy this year to this year because of this transmission or motor. So those people will tell you.
I heard that about Fords on a certain year.
Oh,
too, so.
Ford has been a terrible. They're still very high selling vehicles. Like they sell a lot quantity wise because of the name's been around for fucking ever. But they're one of the worst brands in terms of durability.
Yeah.
Like especially their paint, dude. Like if you ever just drive around and see a Ford that still has all the paint on it, it's rare. There's a guy who lives down the street from me that has a fucking one of those newer Mustang bodies, you know, and the roof is already fucking.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, the thing is like I would never show up to your house and be like, "You got a fucking Chevy?"
I wouldn't
I don't
care.
know.
That's a fucking lie.
I don't know. Like
I think you would
I
never
wouldn't
like,
care.
Like where does that come from? Like I don't understand that. Like I get
So
it. Like,
I've talked about this with other people. Like
It's like sports teams,
You got
dude.
the fucking guys like, oh, you know, I'm a Dodge,
Yeah.
only Dodge, or I'm a Ford guy.
I don't understand
Ultimately, when I bought a truck, it's a fucking truck. I don't give a fuck if it's a Ford, if it's Dodge. Chevy has a tendency to drive nicer than most rigs. They fucking kind of actually.
They got that.
They're a little bit more
hologram,
smooth, baby.
You guys got
My
the hologram
Tundra-
shake that comes up and sucks you off.
Tundra was pretty smooth, and it can do everything that a half-ton, three-quarter-ton truck can do.
Yeah.
I'm good enough, and I like the body style because all trucks are boxy and square now.
I hate that shit.
And that was the last year that they actually made the round body for the Tundra. I'm like, that is.
Well, it looks
fucking
aggressive
great.
too. That's what I really
I
like
just
about it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
You know,
I
people
would,
like what they
I
like.
would say Ford.
It's
and
a fucking
Chev-
truck, dude.
Ford
It can
and
haul
Chevys-
10,000 pounds and fucking tow.
Yeah, exactly.
Ford and Chevys have that more
Or
square
tow
box.
10,000
but people like that.
Well, I
Ford
went
back.
with a really interesting option that most people wouldn't agree with, anyways.
And it
so
came with a little Asian inside. So,
yeah,
you know,
I've already dealt with.
Kiko's still in there.
I already dealt with this quite a bit because I got what they call the Baby Max. It's a 3.0 Duramax, and
That's what they're all going to now, though.
dude, the thing gets fucking 28 to 32 miles to the gallon. I took a trip down to Portland.
Is it twin turbo in that? Or
Yeah.
no? It is, yeah.
I took a trip down to Portland. You know,
Go back to Idaho.
I got 31 miles to the gallon, dude. I got 565 fucking miles out of a tank in that thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I couldn't get that in my SUV that was half of the size.
Right.
So-
the only problem with that, though, is with the twin turbos, the semi-D's, that they're starting to go. You're gonna have a not now.
I had
but
that.
in the long run,
I had that conspiracy.
Because what is that 3.6?
What?
The leader for the twin isn't. Then they drop it down. Like it's like 3.46.
It's a 3.0.
Yeah, 3.0.
So
yeah.
I had a little conspiracy.
Inline
so,
V6.
Like, going back into like how like
it's fucking nuts.
It's fucking crazy. I got a V8 in mine.
You're buying businesses.
Non-turbo.
So like I thought about buying a gas station, but then I got into thinking like.
If you grow that beard out, you probably could.
If I bought a gas, if you buy a gas station, you have to think like
what?
What's the average?
I don't know what he meant by that.
What's the average refill spot? Right. So is that
average refill? What do you mean?
So like, you got to know like when is the average person going to refill for fuel? Right. So like if they leave and you're in Post Falls, right, and you're going to Yakima, let's say that, you probably want to designate your gas station to be 200 miles away.
Well, Daddy wouldn't have to stop. Like I said just now, I could go there. I could go there and back.
People that are going to Yakima.
Well, I'm just saying, like, let's
just
say to Seattle. You could probably can you make it to Seattle on a full tank of gas?
Absolutely, yeah. It's only 360 miles or so.
300 miles.
377.
So you don't need a gas station. We're good.
I can go 560 on one tank.
Okay, but you wouldn't think like if you were going to buy that business, you wouldn't think like to figure out like where you should put it, where people would refill. Like,
well, yeah. So you would want it.
Really,
you would want it in Ellensburg. That's where everyone stops for fuel.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's before the pass.
Well,
it's before the pass, and you burn a lot of fuel in that pass. Obviously, going up and downhill, but it's also the distance from here, or most states. If people are going from Montana, even a lot of people stop there. If you ever go, those gas stations there are never without people, no matter what time you go there.
Well, that's the thing though too, is it's like cheaper because you're also not in King County yet.
Yeah, but you'll. Yeah, that's but you'll never. Let me get this fucking straight. You will never be able to get a license to get a gas station there that's not already there. There's no fucking shot.
Yeah.
Right.
That game, the game that you're talking about of figuring out the best spots for a gas station.
They already got it. I know.
People are already.
What about
already in line? Those are like things where people probably do get.
What about for
you do get people showing up at your house in the middle of the night type of scenario?
What about EVs though? Getting that figured out.
EVs is a whole different fucking thing, and I honestly don't know much about it. Other
like
than
you're
this.
gonna pay. You're gonna
other
pay
than this,
first,
I know that they're not profitable.
They're not.
They're not.
How could they be?
Because
I mean, honestly,
yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be. It would be a side gig where you can maybe make a few dollars, but honestly, then it's not gonna be profitable. Like you'd be able to make a business out of it. There's no shot.
That's fair.
Unless
there's enough free ones.
Company that did it exactly.
Like, there's enough free ones, and there's enough
hotels offer it.
Hotels offer it. Dealerships offer it now, where you don't even have to own a car from that dealership. You can just pull up anywhere.
All right, so that side gigs out.
Yeah. So
I was just curious. Like I was getting into like the deep dive. Like, do they literally make cars so you only go so far? And oil companies have it set up where the car has to refuel.
What drugs were you on when you were doing this?
So far? Like. No, it's just like a.
You know what
I think it's like a. If you look at it, it probably correlates it, right?
If you wanted to get
Very
in,
serious question, Joe. Do you have shower thoughts all day?
Pretty much. Like no, I don't know.
The best one I ever saw was mist is just like water dust.
Yeah,
fucking shower thoughts, man.
Well, if like I brought up to Aaron, like shower thoughts, like another shower thought I had.
I never thought of that. You totally have you shower thoughts all day.
You could not explain him in a better fucking
that was
verbiage
crazy.
that you.
See what I'm saying? That's a T-shirt. There we go. Mark that down. So I was gonna bring up on the thing like I want to market the podcast more, like with sayings and stuff. That's a good one. Shower thought.
That one's a slow burn, too. That's still fucking me up.
Write that down. Shower thoughts. I like that.
Oh.
I might change my gamer tag to that.
Oh my god,
that'd be getting court case out here.
No, I heard. I brought up
the real game. If you're going to get into transportation or something similar to that, would be rest stop, some sort of rest stop or RV spots. RV spots now is RVs sales are just at an all-time high. And there's nowhere to park them, dude. And so with this business that I just bought, I have to tow this trailer now, and I have to figure out places to park it and places to camp and shit.
It's not bad.
And
idea.
you have to buy.
I thought about buying a camper.
Well,
I have to buy.
Season two,
I have to buy my
I
have to buy my camping spots in January, February, and March for June, July, and August because they're already fucking full, dude. And some of the places that I wanted to camp at have been full since last year. And so if you want to get into a racket, dude, that's the one.
I can hear it.
It's like Airbnbs in the middle of summer.
Well, and it's minimal, and it's
like
minimal
jack 'em
fucking.
up.
It's minimal cost too.
I thought about that doing
Yeah.
like a
Power?
little camp thing.
Can you?
I mean, you
drain
can
your
make
fucking
it
gray water. Sure.
You can make it bougie, but you could put gray water tanks, and
Yeah.
you could put, build a running bathroom, shower stall type of situation. But in all honesty, and you would own the property, which would pay for itself too. So it's an investment just in property. Kind of like what McDonald's did, but we're not going to get into that.
We know the McDonald's.
But-
Well, I know the McDonald's. Yeah, I know what you're
Well, a
talking
lot of those guys all did that shit. A lot of those businesses
about.
did.
Buying land.
Yeah,
McDonald's is that guy owns
didn't give
more
a f-
land than anybody on the
They
planet.
didn't give a fuck if it was profitable or not. They were like, dude, this land in 25 years from now. And if we could make a little bit of scratch in the meantime, well,
That was a great movie, by the way, too. I can't remember.
I never seen it, but it looked interesting. It had what's his
the guy
dude?
with Batman?
Yeah, it had Batman in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keaton.
Michael Keaton. It's basically how like
The Big
that
Mac?
fast food, but
Yeah, but it's something. This is something
somebody
they taught,
came in and told him like, hey,
Yeah,
buy the land and have them rent it back to you.
but this is something they taught in college, though. This is what they were talking about when you
They didn't
invest.
teach me that in college.
Yeah,
I'm
we went
still
to the-
broke.
You got into science. You're not gonna make no money in science, dude.
Shit, more money in science
You're
than there is in
just
business.
gonna be a fucking
To
monkey.
a point.
Well, you got to have a businessman to run the science guys, and he's the one that's going to make all the money.
That's a racketeer
I
again.
will say my brother figured it out and he got out quick, and like he's on the verge of almost being the CEO of Intel, which would be badass. To be honest with you, he's almost right there.
That fucking guy.
That guy is he's
All
a
right,
monster.
well,
He's still terrible at
let's-
physics, but
Let's go back to this because this is
Bernoulli.
kind of the same thing that started with how was your
Yeah.
You
week.
cooking noodles?
Let's ask the Thicc Tims because he's back in the podcast, peeps. We just said that earlier. How was your week?
How's your week?
I know, weren't you over in Seattle watching a game?
I was.
Cool story. Hey, Mike. Anyway, no,
I
I'm just
went
kidding.
over. I'm the one running the board, so just shut the fuck up. I'm not joking. Shut the fuck up.
throw him
My
on mute.
time. My time.
He's getting there.
Dang.
No, I'm,
Love it.
I actually wanted to give a shout out to a couple of Major League Baseball player. Actually, went over to Seattle. Went and watched my Cubs play the Mariners. Had a good time. They won 2 games. Got to go see them at 2 out of 3. But one of the ball players noticed I was down in the 8th inning. I was down in the bullpen, and one of the ball players noticed my son. Just kind of sitting there. I was talking to him, and he was kind of wondering, who's that player, and noticed my son, and he walked over to a ball bucket and grabbed the ball out of the bucket, and he walked it over to him, and he's like, "Hey, thanks for supporting the Cubs," and he handed the ball over to him,
Nice.
and like the glow that my son had, it was awesome.
Instantaneous. Like he's
Yeah.
hooked.
Oh yeah, and is the guy's name's Luke Little. He's
Oh, funny you say that. He
23-year-old.
actually listens to the podcast.
He does.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
who does? Who does? Yeah, he does.
But yeah, it was really cool of him. I was trying to holler at him. I watched the game the next day, and I was trying to holler at him to thank him for it, and I couldn't really get his attention. But I just thought it was a really cool thing. I never really saw a kid actually get a baseball and actually be close enough to really see his reaction. And
Right.
it's just my son's face just absolutely just lit up, and it's the only thing he's talked about for the last 2 weeks. He's wondering.
It's like one of those quintessential American moments, dude.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Well, especially for me. I mean, I'm such a huge baseball fan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've always wanted to go. Like every time I go to a baseball, like when my dad would bring me, he's like, "Bring your glove." I'm like, "Why?" Because in case you get a foul ball. Like the whole goal was to get a baseball.
oh yeah.
Like you're just there to get a baseball.
Yeah, and then he's down there. He's down there the second game. We were down there on Sunday, and then he couldn't get a ball, and he was so devastated. He couldn't
Yeah.
understand. He was like, "What do you mean I didn't get a ball?"
Why not
Just
That's-
devastated.
then you're like, "That's baseball."
Yeah, right.
That's fucking baseball
Right?
right there in a nutshell.
No, that was pretty cool. I want to give a shout out to him, Luke Little. So
And how old is your son?
6.
Oh, that's an awesome experience, dude.
Yeah.
Do you think that the next day when you're sitting there waving your arms trying to get Luke Little, he's looking up at you and be like, "God damn it!" Like,
no,
this motherfucker. Like,
Double L!
he doesn't even remember you from the day before because there's so many games they played. He's
Yeah.
like, "Who's this? Like, can I just fucking play my game?"
Yeah.
You're like, "Hey!"
I will admit, like I think, and Tim, you maybe be able to speak on this. Like, if you're gonna get heckled, it's probably first base and outfield. If the fans were gonna fuck with you, right? I would
Dude,
think
some of those are so funny.
it's-
I think the outfield would be like,
bullpen and outfield.
"Hey,
for sure.
Luke!" Like you're just sitting there, like trying to concentrate on the ball, and some fucking guys yelling at you,
Yeah.
like you
I just love it when they're like, ass or tits. A88. Ass or tits. Left hand ass.
Yeah.
Right hand tits.
And you have to respect the fans that are being nice the nice heckle like that.
Yeah.
Ass or tits, bro. Like not being a douche.
No, there's a guy on TikTok. He's a Giants fan, and what he does is he does like polite heckling, and it's the funniest thing in the world. And like he'll be like, hey, number 88, you probably eat or you probably put cereal in or water in your cereal, you bum.
Yeah, I seen that like I seen that 2 weeks ago. He's like, yeah, you look like you eat a Snickers with a knife and fork.
That was just great.
Yeah.
and then he'll stop as soon as they turn around. Like that's his whole reaction.
Oh, yeah.
Like he'll get videos of them
It's
turning
so
around.
good.
Like the one he did with Aaron Judge was a good one too. I think that would be the worst position to play. Like everybody's like, oh, pitcher, catcher. Bro, you got to deal with the fans in the outfield. Like you don't know what that's like. If you're playing for the Yankees and you're in the fucking Red Sox, can you imagine the shit that's being said to you?
There's no one in the outfield. The outfield is so far away, you wouldn't even see
Yeah,
it.
you're deep, dude. You're not hanging out at the wall.
No, I'm just saying like people yelling at you though.
The Yankees are too busy winning, dude.
No, the way they set the stadiums, like, yeah, you can hear a little bit, but the way they set the stadiums up, I'm sure they really can't hear as much as you'd think.
No, college would be a different fucking ball game. But pros,
Pun intended there.
Well, nobody's
Always.
cheering for the Cubs, so they hear everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what's your body count? What's your body count?
Nah.
Excuse me?
What is it's NHL playoffs coming up. Anybody following hockey?
What?
All right, moving on.
What?
I actually love to watch hockey, but I don't watch any sports.
You didn't give me an opportunity. I was gonna hit you with one of these.
He's still talking about his week, Joe.
I'm sorry. It's your week. What happened after that?
And then after that, came back home. My wife decided to back her vehicle into mine.
I still got some.
Oh, but
So-
you got a Chevy. It's made of steel.
It actually didn't mess mine up too much.
Took that hit.
It really screwed up her,
She had a
her
Toyota.
Toyota.
Yeah.
Let's be fair though. It's not a Tundra.
That's because the people that make the
Probably
car,
a Corolla
they also don't know how to drive
or a
a car.
Highlander.
Or runner.
So they got to make it safe for those that
that
know
hurts
how
a
to
little
drive
bit.
cars.
So how'd she back
Damn.
up into that soundbitch? Were you park like an asshole
got that?
halfway across the grass?
Damn.
No, we were parked right next to each other, and she cut the wheel a little too fast and wasn't paying attention.
So let me ask you a spousal question, if you will.
Oh, here we go.
Here we
Oh
go.
God.
Hey, don't get them in the doghouse,
No,
dude.
no, no.
She doesn't listen.
Yeah, she doesn't listen. We're fine.
They all
Yeah.
listen.
As soon as
That's the only
you-
reason I'm bringing this up.
They
She's not gonna do it.
secretly
Yeah,
all.
right.
They,
You cuss
they
a
have
few
group
times, like
where
you
they get
guys
together
cuss
and
too
they
much.
listen.
We can't listen to it.
Yeah,
Perfect.
they get together
That's
and they
why.
listen.
Were you more mad at the fact that she fucked her car up, hitting your truck at the same time, or were you more mad, being like, "How the fuck do you do that in the first place?"
To be entirely honest, I wasn't as mad as I thought I would be. I really wasn't. I wasn't generally that mad.
Yeah, I look at it as
I did
got
look
a night
at
of
it as
video games.
how in the fuck did you turn your car into mine?
You're
Dude.
more mad about the action of how they did it compared
Yeah.
to the damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
damage can
Well, that's
be fixed.
the
He's
Fucks
just danced out his wife's fucking
when
quarter
my wife
panel.
fucks up, I use that like, yeah, I got a night with the boys playing video games.
Now,
I don't know how you hit that.
Now, if that
I
was
am
like
gonna
a
stay up tonight playing games. You hit my truck.
68, 69 Shelby sitting there, and she did that, are you more upset now over the act of being hit?
Yeah, I mean, it's my baby. She hit my truck, but it didn't do much damage to mine. See, mine, I own my car, we lease her, so I was more like, I was more
Yeah,
ticked
there you
off
go.
that
There you go.
I gotta fix this fucking car before we're gonna trade in because I gotta fix it.
Got the
That was what I was
insurance-
more pissed off
got
about.
the
For me,
Why don't you just pull it out and say you got fucking sideswiped?
because that's illegal.
What?
he's talking hypothetically.
We don't promote
Yeah.
anything
I still gotta get
hypothetically
fixed
or illegal on
regardless.
this podcast.
Right, right.
I still have to get it fixed regardless.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Doesn't matter how it's done. I still have to pay for it.
Hey, my mom backed into my Charger, and I remember I was so mad. Like, why am I mad at my mom right now? Like, she didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
I'm getting a check. It's just a little dent by the gas tank, and I took it into the shop, and I was like, all right,
$8,500.
I need to know, like,
$6,000.
so she hit it right by the
fuck?
on the Charger. She hit it right by the gas panel. I was like, oh fuck, that might be an issue. Maybe the gas thing's bent, and they got to pull the whole plumbing out. I don't know.
Sounds like
like
a mechanic to me.
it was like right there where you would
He's
feel
letting
it
us
up.
Go Dodge!
He's telling us more about how much he knows about
Literally
cars
there.
here
But
too.
I was like, all right. So I took it into them, and the insurance, they're waiting on like, all right, take it in.
I'm on
Tell
a roll
us-
tonight.
too.
I'm
The
on a
insurance
roll
is
tonight.
like, let's just go. Like, tell me how much it's gonna be. So I take it in.
On the
And
back,
they're like,
he's got a tramp stamp that says Ram.
They're like, it's gonna be $5,000. I'm like, what?
Yep.
Why $5,000? I was like, well, you got 2 tones of paint here, and I'm colorblind. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about?
It's white
It's all white. I was like, no, you got.
It's mother of pearl, right?
You
with
got,
egg.
Don't
He's
get
like,
it fucked
you
up.
got eggshell up here, and you got white, and here was hit. And to take we have to take the eggshell off and make sure we have the paint for that in case we fuck shit up.
Even if it's
And then
not
we're gonna take
even if
this
it's not
panel
different
off,
paint, they still in
and we're
order
gonna take this panel off and
in order to blend
repaint
it. Yeah, you have to do
they
you have to do everything
they have to
adjacent.
blend
to
it. And I was like,
yeah.
it's gonna be 5. They're like, he's like, yeah, you're looking about like $2,500 in paint alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out my guy right now.
And I was like, I told the insurance, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be like $5,000. And like they sent me a check,
Yeah, they went to Vegas with it.
and then I just went to Vegas with it, pretty much.
Oh,
I'm
God.
paying that shit.
I would have done the same thing
you
too.
have to do.
That's what they do. Like,
You ever-
the
I
would've
insurance
bought that
will- they'll just
$100
send you a
fucking
check.
dent popper.
That's why I was like, call your insurance.
I was gonna
good.
say you ever,
Like they'll be like, hey, did you get it fixed? They don't care if you get it fixed. They're
the
just gonna
smart
send you a
move.
check.
The smart move is to go get it, looked at, appraised by just the fucking most outrageous place in town.
Yeah, that's where you go.
and
Then
then
you take it to
and
the
then-
college.
No, and then what you
Unless
do,
your insurance makes you like, oh, we're looking up your location, take it to this guy. Like they'll
and then what you do is you fucking go to a paintless dent repair guy, and he just sticks a little hook in there and pops all the fucking dents out, right? And it costs you $800
you
instead of
could do-
$5,000.
you could do it yourself. I just asked the guy, I was like, is the fuel tank fine? Because it was right on where you pump the gas. It literally, that's where she hit it. He's like, yeah, it's good. And fuck it, I ain't paying for it. Give me the check. Insurance sent the check. They're like, do what you want with it. That's what I'm saying. Like, report it to your insurance. You might get dinged. They might drop you. Maybe not. But they'll send you a check. You can do what you want with it. I was like, wow,
I got a
And
question
we
for you
started
guys.
the podcast.
that's badass.
I got a question for you guys. Do you let your wife drive your car?
Yeah, sometimes.
I
Yeah.
don't care.
Well, no.
Is
no.
there any reservations on that?
First of all, no. First of all,
Now, if she's pulling a trailer,
he drives.
I would say
he drives a Toyota truck, and he doesn't know about giddy up. When I first let
He
my
doesn't know about giddy up.
when I first
my Toyota fucking smoked your
when I
Charger
first- when I
we
first,
did this whole fucking thing. So nice try.
all right. So my
Is this you throwing 85 again?
First of all, no. It wouldn't. So when I first started dating my wife,
I'm on a roll tonight.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
When I-
Welcome back.
when I first started dating my wife, I was like,
My wife.
I was like, she drove this little Mazda piece of shit. And when you go up the
Yeah,
gorge,
I remember.
when you go up the gorge, that thing's fucking full throttle. Like, all right, we're burning. We're probably like how most Toyota trucks are. So I let her drive the Charger down.
You better not, dude.
I let her drive the Charger down. I was like, all right, this is my baby, right?
Yeah, I've never seen anybody.
I-
I've never seen anyone baby a
remember-
vehicle more than this motherfucker.
You remember the first time you
He
drove
keeps
it?
it for fucking 15 years and puts 0 miles
You
on
remember
it.
the first time you drove it, and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
this is badass.
It's a nice car.
So I let her drive
And then he
it.
sold it and you didn't even tell me you were selling it, man. I would have bought that bitch.
Well, I got in trouble for that too. That's another story.
yeah.
We're coming up on the gorge, right? We all know that fucking thing. You go across the bridge and you got to go
Yeah.
up. You got to go up 6 miles on this fucking thing. Well, Katie's used to her.
Love that.
She's used to her fucking Mazda putting the fucking thing on. She's not used to fucking 5.7 350 horsepower fucking Hemi out here, and she's fucking ramming it. And I'm like, that semi is getting real close, real quick, and she fucking swerved over to the left lane. And I was like, this is when I was like, knew that she didn't know the power of like going up, like what it could do.
Yeah.
And she looked at me and she talked to me, and I swear to God, she's like, that was fast. I was like, yes, it was.
Yeah.
And I'm over here like fucking like, yes,
Yeah, she's
like
Vin
that was
Diesel.
coming up quick. Like, what are you doing? And she's still flooring it. We're like, we're doing 110 up this fucking thing. We're going by people. Like it, and the Hemi was like, this is nothing kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, that motor's built to be in a truck.
and that's what I was like that's the thing I see with like people with motorcycles and shit. Like when you get on it, or you get in a sports car, or you get inside like a Challenger, or you get inside like something that's just like not supposed to exist, like for no reason at all other than to
Yeah,
have
liter
fun,
bike,
and you get
a
in
1
it,
liter motor in a motorbike.
and you hit the fuck, and you fucking hit it for the first time, you're like, I see why you bought this. Like, I understand now. And that's exactly why I bought it. I was like, this thing is fucking fast. And I love it.
You know, I feel like that turbo diesel that I have is just like that, honestly. It's so fucking torquey. It's insane.
Yeah.
For a half ton?
Well, it's also aluminum, too.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that thing's fucking money, dude.
That thing's a fucking race car, dude. I raced it down an on-ramp over in Spokane just to get it on her a little bit, you know, after I first got it.
That's the thing.
It drives like a fucking race car, dude.
So
it shouldn't even be legal.
So we give shit about each other with like different trucks and shit, but like you own multiple motorcycles, and we give you shit about the trike, which I don't.
You can give me shit all you want, man.
I'm giving
Truck
play.
is
I give you
badass.
play.
Daddy's
fun
out
shit,
having
but, like,
fun.
why don't people give shit like if you showed up like on a Honda 87 or you showed up on a Ducati or whatever, everybody's like, dude, that's badass. Like, is it a different community? Like, what are we missing out here? Like, why are motorcycles more appreciated? Like, doesn't matter what you buy. Everybody's like, dude, that's badass.
It's the same thing with the truck thing. It's people have this idea of what things look like.
Yeah.
And
Harley's never gonna be on a fucking crotch rockets. They might own a
no,
Harley.
I'm just saying like the community's more accepting. Like you could go down to.
it's because you're risking your life.
It's
on
just
a
as
two-wheeler.
divisive. A
That could be.
lot of it's just as divisive. Like we went to the local
like
motorcycle
like
meetup
your
place.
Grom was badass. Like
Yeah.
that Grom thing.
But I got more shit on that than anything else. But we went to the local meetup place and I had an old, it was like an 80, I think it was an 84 or 86 Honda.
The classic, the fucking cafes.
I didn't cafe it out, but it was just an old Honda bike, you know, and I pulled up and I had replaced some things on it, made my own like someone should. But we pulled up to the biker bar and yeah, we got nothing but shit the entire time from all the Harley guys. Oh yeah.
Oh, the Harley guys.
Yeah, because they're driving $30,000 midlife crisis, you know, and I got my $600 bar fine, you know, that I've put another $600 into, and
I think because.
But I'm always respectful. I mean, the big thing is the biker wave, right? Everyone sees it. Everyone you acknowledge the other biker on the road, throw your hand out. And for me, it's anything on
Jeep girls.
It's anything on two wheels for me. So I respect any guys that are just out there having the best time of their life, and you're just. It is a community, man, and you are risking your life every single time every time you kick that thing on. It's a risk, huge risk. But I never have had that problem, you know.
Yeah, and you got some monsters in your garage. We've seen them.
Oh, I got all kinds of shit, but
You probably have more.
That's just his penis.
yeah.
You probably have one.
Well, a
in
lot of
the
people give
basement.
me shit on my Yamaha too, and
Why?
because it
You
kind
want
of
a race boy?
no, it looks like a Sportster, and everyone goes, "Oh, is that a Sportster?" And I'm like, because it doesn't have badges on it, doesn't say Yamaha on it. And I'm like, no, you know, this is a Yamaha, and people give me shit about that, like, oh, it's a wannabe Sportster, and it's like, well, no, a motorcycle.
It's a motorcycle.
Motorcycle is a motorcycle, dude.
Right.
I mean, a lot of them look the same.
Right.
You know,
Just because Harley has the biggest name out there, you can't change a fucking bike to make it look or
Yeah, but
feel
if
the
you-
way you want it to be.
if you ever
It's
ride a pared down Harley like that, like a Sportster, they shake so violently. It's like it's not even fun to ride.
I know.
And then that's not a slight.
I
that's
have
not a-
one.
That's not a slight against them. It's just the way that they engineer their motors, dude.
They want to keep you awake. It's probably an insurance thing. Like
I don't know, man.
they're falling asleep on the wheel.
I feel like Michael J. Fox after I get off one of them motherfuckers, dude. You're just fucking still vibrating around.
Hey, how you doing? I'm good.
Where's Mimi?
But yeah, I don't know. There's a club, there's a clique. People make fun of my truck too, and they're like, oh, it's a 3.0. It's, you know, I got the 8.6 fucking
Dude, I
big
don't
dick
understand
edition.
that. Yeah, I don't get it.
And I'm like, yeah, so you got a $120,000 pickup
Well,
that you drive to and from a job that
and
you
you're
don't
hauling
own,
hay out here. It's like, what are you?
that you don't own, and you're paying a payment that's as much as a fucking mortgage on it, and you want to brag about that? Like, I don't give a fuck
$800
about that.
fucking- yeah.
I reluctantly bought my truck because I needed it out of necessity for my business, and I
Yeah.
still reluctantly bought it.
And you're right.
I miss.
You probably could ride off on it too.
Oh, the whole thing's a fucking write-off for sure. Oh yeah,
Perfect. That's genius.
yeah. You make every payment from your business account, dude, and you write off the depreciation too.
By the bank.
Yeah, I think trucks depreciate like $5,000 a year or something like that. You can write off.
Depends on where they are and what it is.
But anyways, yeah, people have their own little clicks for fucking everything, dude. No matter what, you're not doing it right. If you're not wearing fucking Nikes, you're not doing it right. If you're not fucking wearing Aeropostale, you're not doing it right. Whatever the fuck it is.
Nah, I think the clothing thing was that was the high school
I think
years.
it's a high school thing.
Yeah, once you get fucking older and you start making your own money, you're like, those $13 jeans from Walmart, perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
That's-
mean, real nice.
I mean, they look real nice because I go, man, when I made no money, in
I don't
high
need
school,
those buckle jeans.
I'm spending fucking $180 on a pair of jeans. You know,
Yeah.
they fucking make my ass look good, but I have a fat ass.
I got my own style too. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Who cares?
The
dude?
older I get, I seriously, I've already got
Spend
shit,
money on shit you want to buy, and
But you
clothes
know-
are just. I'd rather be naked anyways.
but I've gotten way more
Fuck it.
compliments. I've got way more compliments on my bikes than a lot of other people get on there. Because I mean, if someone rolls up on a Harley Davidson that's fresh off the fucking lot
Yeah,
with
for
their
sure.
with their Screaming Eagle exhaust and their
Oh,
fucking
get that shit.
their
out of
big
there, dude.
dick 5,000 1-inch bar K
Their
bar.
fairings
fucking-
are so goddamn big you can't even see the bike.
So a guy shows up on that, and then there's me that's got 300 hours into tearing the whole bike apart, redoing the wiring harness, painting the whole thing myself, and all that other shit. And then guys roll up and they're like, "Oh fuck, dude, that's actually kind of cool," and like, how'd you do that? Why'd you do this? And so I've got way more good out of it, but it's still frustrating, dude. Disrespect on the road when people cut you off and shit is way worse.
This is legit.
yeah, no, I get that. So that was Tim's week. Joe,
Oh yeah, how's your week, Tim?
I know you got something, Joe. How was your week?
Well, I went 0-2 in soccer.
I thought you were opening a snack, dude. The fat guy in me just fucking went crazy.
Snack attack.
Yeah, I said that snack sense go off, dude.
Oh, there they are.
Tell me they move.
All right, so I already sent it to the boys, but Miles, you're here. You haven't heard it. We have a new segment. Like,
Kobe down in flames.
I'm trying to work on it with the Backstreet Boys theme. Is where did that phrase come from, or where did that saying come from? And
What was the song we were talking about? I said it would work out perfect.
what the fuck are you wearing right
What are you
now? The Backstreet Boys.
Why do you bring attention to things now?
I'm sorry. So I'm gonna say a phrase or a saying, and Tim, if you want to look it up and tell us where it came from, but you also get to participate
I'm telling
too.
you, Miles, you're killing it right now.
Right now with this?
Oh yeah.
So
Fucking
Oh,
move.
those are yours, dude.
Are these me right now?
I thought I rocked them good last week, but no.
this one's a little. It has two. So what I do is I look it up beforehand, but it also has
Cheater.
two originalities where it came from. So Hell in a Handbasket, and we'll go with Miles. Where do you think? How do you?
Where
think,
did it come from?
Why do you think? What do you think Hell in a Handbasket means? Or why did it come from?
I feel like it's old.
That's fair.
Let me think here for a second. Why would hell be in a handbasket?
And you can just make it up too. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. That's like a saying that like doesn't really. I can't understand the implication of because you can't literally put hell in a handbasket.
I
See,
think
go
I
ahead.
think it might be you already know you're going there. You might as well be prepared.
Damn,
Okay.
that's actually good. That's
To be-
legit.
to be-
See, I think
to
it
be
comes
prepared.
from the 50s when all those fucking household women were sitting there popping pills all day, making their fucking going out on a picnic, and they're like, "Oh, I got my hell in a handbasket."
Don't move around
That
like
kid
that in the
back
eyes.
You guys,
I feel like he's so disrespectful with these fucking eyes right now, dude.
What are you talking about? Eyes don't lie.
Helen, you got that handbasket?
Oh my god, you guys want to go to hell?
Let's go, Hell.
Take another one.
Let's go to Hell Creek.
And then she's
Oh,
out
maybe
there-
that's what it was.
She's
It was-
vacuuming for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know the carpet's clean, bitch.
It was some broad named Helen Handbasket, dude.
Yeah,
So-
she was in the Holocaust. You ever heard of her?
You guys are close. To be honest with you, like it does have to do with going to hell or maybe dying on death.
Was it what they carried the flowers in
So
at a funeral?
the first one was.
Did you just tell Tim to look this up? Yeah,
Do
you already
wanna-
know the answer?
Do you want to look it up?
I'm so confused.
What happened there? You
I
good?
don't know.
A camera probably just
That
zoomed
camera
out.
just shit the bed.
No, we're still good.
We're good. Okay, maybe an SD. You could. You want to look it up?
Leave it.
Yeah, let me look it up with my computer.
Yeah. See, he wasn't prepared. Like
I like to
that's
have
the
a
same.
better. I want a better saying.
That's
There's
why-
so many better sayings.
There are.
So we can come up with another saying, which would be cool. Like, let's do it if you have one. So, Hell in a Handbasket. The first originality came from the guillotines from the French Revolutions. They used to chop heads off and catch it in a handbasket, and they would be like, "Go to hell." The other one,
Slow burn.
the other one from super slow burn.
Fucking
The-
French, dude, man.
The other one was 1949ers when they would go check out caverns on the California coast. They would lower them down in a basket and be like,
It's not a handbasket. That's a reach.
you're going, yeah, well, that's what
That's
it came
a
from.
reach,
You're
dude.
going to hell in a handbasket.
I like the French one more.
Yeah, I think. The
Also,
French
what
one
happened
was-
to just shooting someone? How come they got to have all these crazy fucking things they do? Now they got
They didn't have bullets back then, bro.
the one where they do the lethal injection now. That requires fucking 2 doctors, a fucking lunar eclipse, fucking 15 scientists,
That's a horrible.
180
that's
days of fucking
a
preparation,
horrible way to die.
a little bit of holy water. Like you just don't fucking now. In order to kill him, it's like $1 million.
Yeah.
What happened to What happened to a firing squad of peers, dude? What happened to that?
In that firing squad, you
should go
never
back to
never knew which one had the real bullet, so you didn't have to deal with that trauma.
That's even perfect, dude. I like
Like,
that.
I
I'm
was
pretty
aiming-
sure they all have
I was
the
aiming
real
for
bullets.
I was no.
What happens if he misses?
The firing squad had one guy that had the real bullet. Everybody else had blanks, and you had to aim at the heart. And if you fucked up and aimed at the nutsack, you were gonna go get lashed. So you couldn't fuck up. Be like, no, I got the real bullet. And
I don't know. I would take the lashing, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, and
Depending on the guy.
I think they all got
it's,
laced.
it's so like because even though somebody did so much horrific shit and they were dying,
Yeah.
to take a man's life or said life is a horrible experience. And
Yeah.
they knew that, and they like the people that knew that, and they told you like
Sure.
you don't know which bullet you're gonna get.
Well, it makes sense because some people might pull the shot too, because shooting is a shooting a person like, like you're describing is like
yeah,
Well, that's why
we
I'm
all
pretty
love
sure-
those John Wick movies.
I'm pretty
like-
sure all the guns were loaded because
Yeah.
if they weren't, and the one person did
I think it
pull a
depends on
shot, and they shot blanks,
Yeah.
and the guy's like, "Oh my god, I'm an angel," and then the captain comes over and goes, "No, you're not." So
Yeah,
I'm
well,
pretty
we-
sure.
I think it depends on the
thing
era.
is like
Yeah.
Because I think the military definitely wouldn't do that type of method. Maybe the state ran. Because I think we still have the firing,
Penitentiaries?
we have the firing squad here. I'm pretty sure in Idaho still.
Idaho still has hanging, which the governor on this podcast, I don't know who's running for governor on this podcast, is going to bring that back. Public hangings.
Actually,
by
we
the
just
way.
killed somebody.
Yeah, public.
Idaho
hanging.
did.
Yeah, we should do that
Yeah,
more often.
first time in 27 years or something like that.
But that,
Oh, I mean,
I mean, I thought we were
I'm about it.
I thought we were glorifying.
I don't know why
it.
he was killed or she was killed, but
it was a guy. He deserved it. But
all right. What's your saying? You got a saying?
ooh,
You got to
I'm
look
trying to
it
think
up,
of an
Tim.
interesting one.
2 nuts in a pinch.
You know, I went through a whole list of words that people say wrong. That was an interesting endeavor. I really like that too.
What was the first or the number one?
The one that really caught me off guard was mischievous, like people say that.
Yeah.
Right? It's mischievous. That's how you say it?
I can see that.
Mischievous.
Mischievous.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
It's not vice versa.
You know, it's a
Vice
palindrome.
versa.
It's a palindrome month date right
or
now.
or fucking
That one's just a dum dum.
or et cetera.
Etc.
It's not et cetera. It's et cetera.
Etc. All right, what's your saying?
I still can't take you seriously with these goggles on, bro.
You got a saying?
No, I don't, not off the top of my head. I have
Anyone else?
to really think about it.
Anyone else? Aaron, you got one?
2 hookers in a handbasket.
No, that's not a saying.
Where'd that one come
What are you talking
from?
about?
Well, the
Tim,
origin
I say it all
was
the time.
Tim, you got a saying? Can you think of anything? It's weird, like when you're on
You
the
missed
spot.
it when we were doing this. If you followed the whole cast, we threw it in Eric's face. Easy's face. We gave it back to him with pussy doesn't have a face. Like
Which is a saying,
it is.
apparently.
He fucking said it.
damn.
He said it before it was a saying.
It's all good.
Oh, there's
Let's,
the ring around the rosy.
Oh,
You know that song?
that one is
not a saying,
that
though.
one has to do
No.
with
it's a poem.
that one has to do with the Black Plague.
I didn't know that shit till I was a grown ass
So
adult.
the Black Plague is you
Well,
have
all
a
of our fucking tails.
you have a red rose
and
that would
dirty.
form on your skin, and there would be a ring around it. So a ring around the posy. They would teach.
Well, they were also
That's how you would teach children to stay away from the other kids that were infected.
Cooties.
they used flowers to put off the scent too of the
Yeah, that's why
decaying
like
flesh.
the mask, like where you see the mask, they would put like fucking flowers.
Speaking
and
What
shit.
was
of
that movie? What
Did
movie?
you guys know that's why lavender to some people hate it? It's because of all that. Because you're talking about the roses of dead people and whatnot, and like the flowers they would use.
Well, 'cause it smells like dead people or what?
Well, no, lavender was one of the
No,
main ones.
pocket full
to
of posies.
Get
That's
that
why
smell out. I'm
That's
not
why-
just saying.
That's why they
for
would
that.
carry
Right.
posies in their pocket because they would smell like Jesus Christ.
I hate lavender because they put it in everything, dude.
Well, I hate it too, but it's
yeah.
also one of those.
that pussy smells
subliminal
dank,
messages
but I'm
things.
getting in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they, like people are like, oh, I got this chocolate with like a
You're
little
rubbing
bit of,
lavender on it.
Dude,
Get it.
all women should get a Posey tattooed on their hip.
Perfect.
Right there.
Now let's end on that one. All right.
Why? So I can smell it.
Scratch and
Is it
sniff,
scratch and
motherfucker.
sniff? I was gonna say.
It smells stink.
All right. Handles, go.
Handles. All right. 3 Shots Podcast 20 at Gmail. Hit us up. That's where you can get the questions, people. Stop hitting us up on YouTube. I appreciate it. I appreciate the YouTube things. But the thing is like, it doesn't work.
Still hit us up on
I don't
YouTube.
get the...
Always comment.
Yeah,
always
comment on that, but
YouTube.
I just don't get the notifications till later. Like now they're popping up. I don't know if you hit them and I don't see them. But 3 Shots Podcast 20 at gmail.com. We'd love to have your fucking answers or questions for you. Like, come on.
Start with answers, follow with questions.
Yes,
Come on,
please.
people. On X, is it X? Or
is
Twitter? 3 Shots Podcast.
Formerly known as Twitter.
You can follow us on there, comment, do what you got to do. The other one, YouTube, 3 Shots Podcast.
You need to practice in the mirror.
Yeah. we're going to have like a little fucking button that we're going to do.
This is why I always
I'm gonna write it on a mirror.
This is why I give it to him.
This is almost as bad as Joe Biden giving a fucking speech, dude.
He's falling asleep.
I got the Chucky chocolate chip.
Joey, 3 shots.
Yeah, 3 Shots Podcast on YouTube. We got. I'm getting most of you guys' comments out there, so I appreciate it. Keep them coming, and I appreciate the listens. And we're getting better cameras. Shop's coming. Shit's coming. Hit the join button. There's a join button now on YouTube. So apparently, if we cuss, it gets bleeped out. YouTube's doing this new fucking thing. Who knows what's going on? But hit the join button. It's like right there. It's somewhere down there. It's JOIN. Join.
Miles, thanks for coming out, man.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate you guys.
buddy.
Don't forget, you can always find us on the grams. That's where a lot of our photos go up. 3 Shots PC and the
That too.
Facebooks.
Yeah.
You got anything to end on here, Big Cat? You want to throw anything out? You got anything to say? What's up?
It's good to be back in the saddle, boys.
Isn't it good?
Yeah.
It feels good.
Looking forward to more of this.
A little ride or die action.
Good to see Timmy as well. It's been like a year.
Fuck yeah.
It's fun time.
It's been nice. It's nice getting the boys back together. I will say
The boys.
we're gonna start coming hard. It's gonna start going once this fucking shop's done, baby. The podcast room is back.
And everybody's
so thanks
more
for
than
staying
welcome.
with us.
Yeah, everybody's more than welcome to come out, hang out, get the shop going. Stickmen, guys.
Yes.
Let's get going.
Thicc,
Let's get going.
what do you got?
I love the saying.
What? Say what? What? Yo.